I am going to start this video with a Bible quotation. Now, 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 33. I say, do not be misled, for bad company corrupts good character. Na nipa kra no hunti me yesa video we papa na wada screen so yi ye frɛ no NTIM Fordjour. Ye ne enim sɛ ɔyɛ MP ɛma ɛyɛ MPP. Na NTIM Fordjour is in a very special position. Aside he being a politician, right? He's a reverend minister. And you hardly see that because there is an image that has been carved for politicians. And so if you find out, say, there's a politician who is a reverend minister, because we all know that if you're a pastor or a reverend minister, you represent beyond yourself. You represent the whole Christianity in any space you are in. And so at least we expect you to be truthful. But I personally believe that, I'm going to expose certain things to you in NTIM Fordjour not being truthful, very, very dishonest. And the reason why in NTIM Fordjour you're dishonest, no, and until I quote 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 33, no, because I personally believe that in NTIM Fordjour joining the MPP party has had an effect on him. He has been corrupted by bad company. Now we are going to go into it, and then you understand why I'm saying that. And then first time we have subscribing and click the notification bell on so. Latest news we about one side. And this video is proudly sponsored by Corporate Logistica. Now, Corporate Logistica is a vehicle management company in Ghana, first of its kind. Now, it makes no sense. Say, Odi will seek thousands of dollars. Ebeto car, a cargo vehicle from Sprinter to a 40 feeter and a car kesieno. Na odi ashi will be ansem kekese ni pakrono on your sales amount. Meshro, you are not respecting your investments. Corporate Logistica is here for you. They have structures into the car no emo kasa structures no ebepe professional driver the car na mano. Omo beye maintenance o car ne ho, periodic maintenance, omo beye insurance o car ne ho. Now what can they no every single month aka 2 times. They are going to monitor the car and then you will be relieved of that stress. Frewamo was 059 802 2033. So we are bar now nim send ye cars akesiana for Corporate Logistica. Now nyomo and come on. Now let's go straight to NTIM Fordjour semwa meshasia mekano. Now nini na ejina anti-LGBTQ bill parliament are passing. NTIM Fordjour eba press. In fact, yesterday I told you say MPP for plans some press conference. Now, NTIM Fordjour eba press conference, and he's trying as much as possible, because NTIM Fordjour on him say, omo can say NDC are buying M-Pesa will me passes our bill way. Now, Parliament are passing into he's not happy because on him say Yebeka se Kufuado 1 penny and sign it into Mahama Koko sign it ya. Naturally say asemwa womokafa Mahama huni na nambim. And so NTIM Fordjour eba press conference. Now press conference now all I'm going to do is that I am going to play old videos, and then you see how NTIM Fordjour was extremely dishonest in the press conference. NTIM Fordjour somehow kind.
President Mahama promised that this bill passed in 2024. That's what he promised that he would sign. He didn't promise to sign an amended, deleted, mutilated, and surgically bastardized bill.
So that is all you need to, this is all we need for the analysis we are doing today. NTIM Fordjour a press conference say the new bill now Parliament are passing on the MPP are trying as much as possible to inform or misinform Ghanaians. Say new bill no has been watered down. Say bill no has been watered down. Not just a bill no any holding. And I like what channel is it channel 1 TV, right? I like the analysis they did yesterday. And so watch channel 1 TV. I'll be when they said they did an analysis on the new bill and then the old one. President Kufuado signing. And then from some analysis, no who say the core provisions or the central framework of the bill remains intact. So this is the analysis that channel 1 TV did, formerly known as City TV. Okay, with Bernard Avle. If you listen to City TV, you know how credible they are. Into omoya analysis on the new bill and then the old one. Now, someone more can say unchanged core provisions. the central framework remains intact. So at least we've gotten confirmation from journalists say NPP nsemo mo ka say bill no NDC asesa no. Journalists na kwa reading hu say yensesa bibia. Bill no bebia ahonde no won still ahonde no wom. But otie NTIM Fordjour nsemo a wo kan. O say Mahama promise say obesign ni Akufo-Addo de no. Na enye new one we. NTIM Fordjour person de share NDC, right? No problem. I want people to understand how governance works. Say president sign law. Sebe enye president no. Ena obesori aka say me ena me ye bill. Na me ye bill ni wi amia na me sign it. Dabi. Emra say parliamentarians enhihye bill no. Parliamentarians ni hihye wi no mo pass ya. Na president na sign it. It is a Mahama aka say we be sign it 2024, and indeed Mahama didn't say anything like that, but NTIM Fordjour say Mahama can. But say Mahama can so be sign it 2024 bill la. You know what it means? Akufo-Addo dey na one sign no. Say Mahama can so be sign it no. What it meant was that it was a more parliament and anka mode eno ebre Mahama meboa. Now this is what happened in 2025. Mahama Yariga, being a majority leader, was seeking for advice from the Speaker of Parliament. Say Akufo-Addo dey no. Akufo-Addo ansign no. Parliament omonsanso fan konkoma Mahama na. So Mahama Yariga was seeking this advice in 2025. And MPP fu ankasa sorry ye can say dabi Mahama Yariga jai de wo kan no yenye ne saa. Se Akufo-Addo ansign a eni kwan say ye de saa 2024 de na sanso kokoma Mahama. O se ye foforo. And then NTIM Fordjour waba press conference a walk train say Mahama train so be sign 2024 de na dey na one sign no. Mahama Yariga bisa wa parliament in 2025 say yemfa 2024 de no konkoma Mahama non sign na MPP fu angasa reject sa motion no. And I want you to watch this video. Intishe, this was a year Mahama Yariga.
Give your indulgence to also draw your attention to a matter that came up after you left. Mr. Speaker, after you left, the LGBTQ bill was advertised, and the following day it was immediately taken out of the order paper. And I mentioned to this House that, truth be told, you had seen the adverts, but said there were a few issues that needed to be resolved before a decision can be taken as to what to do. Because I took a position that, so far as I recollect, in the last Parliament, we passed the LGBTQ bill, and my understanding was that it was transmitted to the presidency. Later, we saw communication from the presidency threatening us to cease and desist, attempting to transmit the bill to the then president for his assent. I did not know whether or not the presidency was in receipt of the bill. So I took a position that this House had passed the bill, but we should wait till you return so that you can give us some direction as to how to treat this bill. I want to place on record that the government of President John Dramani Mahama and the government led by President John Dramani Mahama and the NDC are very, very ready to take this bill. We are ready.
So clearly you heard him. That is the majority leader asking the Speaker of Parliament, say, Akufo-Addo time ye pass bill no. Inti ono eka ono nko a nanka yensanson fa bill na nkonkoma Mahama na Mahama entintim so. Ehọ na NPP for sorry ye, ti NPP for arguments omu raise ye, ti.
Mr. Speaker, the majority leader is a Harvard-trained lawyer, but sometimes he will leave his legal thinking home and will not actually want to. Mr. Speaker,
Oba be di majority leader ne kratem. say wako school ye training e wo law nanso o law adwin wagya to fie say ya pass emre bi Akufo-Addo time a the nja na woka say yemfa nkonkoma Mahama sisia. This was the MPP.
Mr. Speaker, the issue we raise on the floor, Mr. Speaker, the issue we raise on the floor is that the day we resume Parliament, the LBGTQ law is LBGT. Transgender. The T is for transgender. LBGT transgender. And Q. Mr. Speaker, I raised the issue. It was on the other paper. And the next day, Mr. Speaker, it was missing on the other paper. So I drew the majority leader attention. Mr. Speaker, the earlier statement I made about the majority leader, if that is why my colleagues is on his feet, it was no offense. And if it offend him, I'll take it up. He know I respect him so much. When I said he's a Harvard-trained lawyer and other things, I'll never say anything. I'm just building my point. And Mr. Speaker, the argument the majority leader is advancing is very surprising that he thinks that the bill is passed. And for that matter, why is the president not signing it? If it is passed, you are the leader of government business. You are the majority leader. 10 months now, why is the president not signing it? 10 months now, why is the president not signing it? Mr. Speaker, we all know that when the parliament, the 8th parliament, is gone with whatever we have. Even if you say we should leave it as such, and then the president might even make comments on it, and it will come here for section of it to be done. Even some sponsors of the bill in the 8th parliament are no more members of the 9th parliament. They are not.
So this is the argument the MPP raised. Or say, bill now it was the 8th parliament. 8th parliament no are ending. Inti se Akufo-Addo ampasia. It makes no sense. Say all the sab bill na Ebebre Mahama say one signing because some of the sponsors of the bill nekrano they didn't return to parliament in the 9th parliament. They lost their elections. Inti you are in the 9th parliament. Now we in team Fordjour war MPP for mu raise case way because the NDC were willing. Say na komo the Akufo-Addo one signing no the original and say na komo be kwa koma Mahama. But one na mu raise issue way trese dabi. And no old parliaments there. Inti Mahama be sign a one signing foforo. Nende ya foforo near dia kwa ye MP NDC for a pass wa parliament some de be kwa koma Mahama. Who in team Fordjour aba be ye press conference say the entire Mahama on signing 8th parliament there no. You see how dishonest interna me shas here no. Me the 1 Corinthians e shas here because clearly in team Fordjour is not trying to be honest. And for me, I am very happy because you see, usually won. Say no, yeja ema politicians no na omo eye de omo de beye me de say at least channel 1 TV for ababonti ababeye analysis for bill ne so ama omo atre Ghana for say the team Fordjour can say bill no and the omo asesan bibi wom no omo say and let me show you again. Channel 1 TV for say unchanged core provisions, the central framework remains intact. And I'm happy. I say bill ne central framework ni jina biano still ahonde no ehwa ne jina. Yan water ne down when yan hwete said the MPP 4% omo eye no. Nti basically this is what's going on.
Ebusia unim say won pese obenya diabetes, stroke, cancer, ana BP a eyade ba ko pe na wo se wo ye ho adwuma. Eye wefu. E wo se wo ma wefu eba fom. Me a mene mo kase emre bi bae mini uhu mefu a yes and the same person me a mene mo kase me a mefu eni na eye nyama miensa na me yeye ene movie me from this to this and me ho atome na wa wotie me se wo mpese obenya sa ya redom a me bo din ni na very simple nyama miensa na me dia throw book no your friend your action plan for weight loss pe book ni bi na to ne bo nya den 100 cedis pe. So wo pe book ni PDF a metumi asani ama e wo WhatsApp so. Uni makenkan ya don't worry. Book no ni twi video wo ho, ni ever video so wo ho, ni na 100 cedis pe. Over thousands of copies of the book have been bought. Now we share every single day. sɛnea nkurɔfoɔ ɛfrɛ me ɛda mase for nsɛm a meka wɔ book no mu a ɛndɛ asesa wɔ mo abrabɔ no a ɛnyɛ asɛm ketewa. Sɛ wopɛ book no bi atɔ a ɛyɛ 055-807-4986 055-807-4986 woyɛ Ghana ni na wɔ aburokyire na wopɛ book no ne hard copy a ɛno ne sɛ wobɛkɔ Amazon na wasearch for book ne title Your Action Plan for Weight Loss by Sena Kofi. Nti o search title no na ɛba na wotɔ a yɛbɛhyepe ɛde abrɛw. To book no na wotɔ book na me wɔ ha wankasa bɛba bɛda mase. Meda mo nyinaa ase.